Kindertransport. And it's now 70 years ago, and yet some of the things I can remember are as fresh as if they were yesterday. It was the largest ever migration of children alone, because we were unaccompanied children. I was with my older sister, Renata. A train had about 1,000 children in it, up to the age of 16, and 2 adults. So you can imagine the sort of bedlam. It was well organised. We had numbers round our necks to check us all out. And we were all targeted. It was the Quakers who actually organised my foster parents. So we knew, our parents knew where we were going. But they were unknown friends who had offered to foster a child. From Vienna, it was a 2.5-day journey. And it seemed to stop and start all the time. Talking about it with my sister years afterwards, and I sort of said, do you remember how the train used to stop for Peter to be sick? And she said, don't be silly, it didn't stop for him. It kept stopping and starting, and he took the opportunity of stepping off the train and sort of vomiting on the side. We were all very upset. I'd got a poisoned foot, the children were crying. There were some babes in arms who were looked after by young girls, 16 plus, who had committed themselves to return to Germany after the children were delivered. And I think, I didn't know this at the time, of course, but I would like to recognise that sort of bravery, because that's quite something for a 16-year-old girl to do that and know that she was going back to almost certain death. We arrived at Liverpool Street Station, and there's a lovely statue there, about 2 or 3 years ago it went in, commemorating the Kindertransport. And a few years ago, Nicholas Winton spoke about some of his part in doing that. He was just I think a businessman who was in Germany at the time and saw what was going on, and something needed to be done. And this is how we all get into, we're touched by some requirement, some need, and he, a wonderful hero of mine now, did that one big thing in his life. He may have done other things of which I know not, but he started the organisation of 10,000 children saved from the Holocaust.